Hey guys, Reed from Allspec. Behind me is another 2500 off the lot. This one's pretty exciting. This is one of our own display models. It's also one of the first builds coming out where it's a full turnkey package under the roof of Allspec, a new company. We've recently taken over GCI Trade Tech. Combining that with what we had at Fused, we're now able to offer full turnkey packages at an OEM level with OEM warranty, direct to manufacturer. This is not only chairs and canopies, we've got extensive power systems, roof racks, awnings, a whole range of accessories we can do accompanying our own products, including suspension, GVM packages, paintwork, the whole lot as a turnkey package, one-stop shop. Come through, we're going to check this thing out. This is a package that's pretty hard to beat. We're going to start up on the roof of this one today. So this is one of our own roof racks. These are a steel backbone with a aluminium extrusion running left to right across the roof of the vehicle. These have a roll nut you can actually drop into the roof of the vehicle. This one, we've got our laser lamps housed on the left and right hand side with the laser lamps hyper spots across the front. So on the ramps it houses your 10 lights. You can see up on the roof we do have our Max Tracks with our own Max Track mounting system as well. That's all incorporated into the roof rack. And moving into the tray and canopy on this one, so we have gone for a GT1 tray, so it gives us the 60 litres and the headboard as a standard option now. Drawers all around, so all of our underbody boxes, we do have options for both flips and drawers. For this build, we've opted for the drawers. Now these are a fantastic way to utilise that space from top to bottom of that drawer component or that toolbox. So LED lighting, central locking inside these are all as a standard. This one we've actually done a little bit different. We've got an added C-deck flooring. So these are a foam flooring used in marine flooring for boats. Super robust, keeps everything nice and clean, tidy, quite hard wearing. So if you're one that likes attention to detail like myself, minimising scratches, scuffs and damage to the powder coat for when you're sticking those bulkier, awkward items into these drawers really helps prolong the life and keeps that really nice, tidy aesthetic. On the headboard now, diesel and AdBlue fillers are integrated into the headboard. We do have our tray latch also integrated into here, so these are a removable canopy and we have a set of tray sides that just slip on nice and easily. So having that integrated, there's no bolts, nothing you need to muck around with to put that tray on and remove that canopy. Up on the headboard, we do have our 4-way keypads. Now these are an option, they're by no means a standard inclusion. These integrate into the cab of the vehicle. We also have an 8 or a 10-way keypad option in the front of the vehicle, so we can do lighting control around the vehicle, compressor control, water pump control from inside the cab, outside the cab. We also can integrate these into rooftop tents as well. So it sounds a bit silly, but if you are ever in a remote area and you know what it's like getting in and out of a rooftop tent in the middle of the dark, in the middle of the night and in the dark, having access so you can turn your lighting on from ground level, crawl up into the tent, turn it off from inside the tent is actually a fantastic option. Likewise, if you hear a noise in the middle of the night, you can turn that lighting on, see what's going on without necessarily getting out and finding yourself in harm's way. Moving back, so we do actually have a 1500 canopy on this one. So being a Ram 2500, total tray length is 2.2 meters. The deck itself is 2 meters long by 2 meters wide. We've gone for a 1500 canopy, allowing another 500 mil of tray space at the rear of this vehicle. Inside the canopy is a whole new configuration. This is one that I've been really working hard on. This is essentially a pretty serious weekend setup. Someone who wants to get in on a Friday afternoon after a busy week at work, hit the road running. You don't have to muck around packing anything up or loading the vehicle. It's really set to go. It's going to get you through any of your trips on the weekends if you're into your adventure sports, extreme sports, motorsport, even if you're just into your weekend touring or leisure. This layout is going to be the one for you. 130 litre Bushman fridge up in this front left corner, same as always. Beside that, we do have a 400 amp custom lithium battery. They're an Australian made battery. It's an ultra slim, so it takes up what would otherwise be wasted space. Left side of the fridge, we do have a whole new infill panel there. This one, we've sort of stripped out some of the features that we found in a build like this we weren't necessarily using as much, so we've simplified it. We've got 2 GPOs, 2 dual USBs, that's USB-A and USB-C, or your Red Arc Red Vision screen control from there as well. So this one we actually have 2 1240 Rogue digital switching systems. That's controlling things all around the vehicle. That's left and right work lights, additional to the keypads on the headboard. We have compressor, water pump. There's a whole range of things we'll run through on the opposing side when we get to the switching and power system. Beside the fridge, we've gone for a whole new pantry design. Now this is an ultra slim pantry in an effort to try and combat trying to jam everything into the smaller canopy without necessarily sacrificing on any of the usability or functionality. Ample storage in the back here for any sort of snacks. We've got containers for any of your muesli, coffee sachets, any other dry foods like such. More than enough storage up top. There's a big pocket in the front section. My favorite, we've got a Smeg coffee machine in the front. Now this is one of the smallest fully automatic coffee machines. So it does have a grinder up on top for your beans. It's got a water fill tank at the rear. So it is something that needs servicing. That being said though, it's one of the smallest, most compact units that we can fit into this pantry. On the rear, we do have our kitchen. So this is the slim kitchen. This one's not a new model. We've had this for a little while now. It has had some updates over the last couple of years, but essentially that one coming right out. We do have our full-size prep bench, so a nice big stainless top, so very hard wearing. It is otherwise on an aluminium constructed slide out. We do have our collapsible sink. Now this is a removable unit, so you can easily fill it or dispose of any dirty water away from site. In the end here, we do have both a garbage bag holder and bottle opener integrated into the underside of this slide out bench. Up the top, paper towel holder. We do have more room for ample storage, pots, pans, any of your cooking utensils and cleaning equipment. Full slide out twin burner induction cooktop. Cutlery drawer, obviously ample room there as well, so you can store any of your cooking utensils. Beside the cooktop here, another large storage pocket. Any of your bigger, bulkier items, more than enough room for those in there. So as I mentioned, this is a pretty serious weekend style getaway vehicle. A little dump and run storage pocket up on this left-hand side is fantastic. If you're shooting by the grocery shop on your way out up north or wherever you're going, you can easily just chuck a couple of grocery bags up there. You don't necessarily have to put everything away into its spot, but it's still quite accessible. A couple of little touches we've done on this one, stuff we haven't necessarily done before, but something that's now going to be a standard offering as an option. Is your C-deck flooring. Now this is probably the most premium version that we're going to do. This is nearly everything. So we've got in front of the fridge, up on top of all of the drawer units themselves, inside the actual pantry itself also, in the storage compartments, everything is protected by that C-deck flooring. It's really hard wearing, it washes down quite easily, quite well, and it just makes that whole area maintain its aesthetic and look really tidy for a lot longer. Something else we haven't necessarily done a lot of in the past is these badge units, the detail and having the highlighted colors through them. If you're opting for the 2-pack color matched toolbox faces or canopy doors, we're happy to chuck those ones in as a free offering. It does mean that we'll need to mix paint. So to do it by itself without those components, it adds a bit of cost. Something we can always discuss. Something else that we've done a little bit different to this one that in my opinion has really finished it off quite nicely is the interior colors. So this is a whole new color that we're now going to offer. This is sable bass. It's like a dark gray, almost metallic / matte sort of finish inside. It looks really sharp. And then adding in the highlighted badge colors as well. We're happy to work with you to sort of select those colors, color match them to the vehicle. But these are something that we're going to be offering now as part of these packages. One of the other details that we hadn't necessarily spoken about yet, when we're going for all those interior colors and those badges, we can actually do your exterior badges and underlays as well. Moving to the rear of the vehicle now, you're going to notice this does have a 300mm overhang on our roof rack. The reason we do these for a couple of reasons, if we're doing a rooftop tent, awnings, or any work lighting options, it gives us a little bit more perch to mount all of those components. Awnings, we can spread the load. Roof racks, we can spread, rooftop tents, we can spread that load. Work lights, it gives us a great little spot to mount anything on the rear of the vehicle. Likewise, the camera brackets as well. This is a brand new roof rack of ours, so this is the new light series. We've gone away from what would otherwise be 8 extruded roof bars running east-west across the roof of the canopy to what is now just 4. Now we do have a different extrusion that we're using. This is a 40x80 profile versus the 45x45. It does have a slightly reduced load rating. That being said, it's still more than sufficient for awnings, rooftop tents or solar panels, majority of what our customers are using on a day-to-day basis. We do still have the heavy duty roof rack that's available if you're running a heavier rooftop tent or a boat loader, one of the bigger two. That will be more practical for that setup. However, majority of our customers, this is going to fit the bill perfectly. Top left, we do have shore power charging. Now that's got to be a full 15 amp inlet for any of your battery maintenance while you're parked up. For the awnings on this vehicle, you'll notice we've got one both left and right hand side. So these awnings are pretty special. These are by a company here in Australia. They're quite local to us, Clever Shade. This is our 360-degree deluxe awning. It's pretty neat. It's 2 180 awnings and then it's got a big zip up section in the rear here. So it gives you ample shade right around the entire vehicle. It's pretty incredible, and there's not really much that competes with it in the market. Super lightweight. They have an LED strip light included in the awning as well, so there's going to be a tri-color awning LED. That's going to be white, amber, and red. It's also dimmable through that LED strip on the button itself. So a really neat feature there. If you don't have interior lighting or work lighting around the vehicle, you can unzip that awning bag, flip it up and over out of the way without setting up the awning and still utilize those strips. Back of this one, we do have our deck wash outlet. Now this is pressurized through an electric water pump. Water pump is controlled from the headboard switching system as well as inside the canopy. Seat flow water pump, so it's about 7 litres per minute. So it's great for having a shower, washing your feet off, any of that side of things as well. Moving into the trundle drawer, so we do have a full 1.2 metre trundle drawer on this thing, 180 kilo drawer slides, and it is a locking trundle drawer as well. So even if you did forget to lock and latch that unit, if you did take off, it's not going to come flying into the back of your cab at 100 mile an hour. Lifting up, we do have the stainless bench option on this one, full gas strut. Now this is our full length bench. Inside, again, with the premium sort of interior flooring package we've got on this, we've gone for the full C-deck liner in here as well. There is a multi-rib to give you all the rigidity inside the drawer. Fantastic bit of kit there. Mounted in the center, we do have a 37-inch spare wheel. Rear of this one's been kept pretty simple. I do have a set of short tray sides, so being the 1500 canopy on the 2 metre tray, I have a 500mm rear deck space. Like I said earlier, this is used for weekends away, beach trips. I've got a young family. Having somewhere that I can do a bit of a dump and run on wet, sandy, muddy, dirty items is a fantastic offering, rather than having to chuck it inside the canopy where you then introduce water, dust, ingress, dirt. It just becomes a bit problematic. So trying to keep all of that moisture out of the canopy is definitely a big bonus doing it this way. Blind spot relocations, parking sensor relocations, all standard part of offerings with our trays. Moving into the right hand side of the canopy now. So a pretty simple setup, great for those weekends away. 40 litre Evercool drawer fridge. So fridge freezer, you can run it right down to -18 degrees. Otherwise it acts as a fantastic drinks fridge as well. You can keep all your food separated in the opposing side. In the back section, we've gone for a full twin drawer. Now these do actually have ample storage, 130mm of depth. You've got C-deck flooring inside all of these as well. Nice big open storage area on top, gives me a little bit more versatility and functionality through the week. I can dump and run if I'm running this thing around Monday to Friday, but also just not completely loading it is really good. Just gives me a lot more flexibility. In the back there, we've got the Eco Gear, the soundbar, it's the SED S33, so the Extreme. It's a fantastic bit of kit with all of your colourful LED lighting. For the power system, this one we're pretty stoked on. So something we've been working with GCI Tradetech even before we took it over is updating some of their power systems. So we have a long history with RedArc. RedArc is a fantastic product, Australian made. There's an incredible Australian support network for their products. So we've partnered with them to deliver some pretty impressive power systems. So this one's running a 75 amp Manager Alpha charging system that does your shore power charging, DC input, as well as your solar input. It does have a 3000 watt RedArc inverter in here, and then we're running 2 of the TVMS 1240 Rogues. The Rogues are used for controlling all of our digital light, all of our lighting, any of our compressors, water pumps, essentially any of the loads around the vehicle that you want to be able to turn on and off from inside the canopy. Inside this one, you do have full battery management data, so it gives you a full state of charge for the battery. It displays it in a percentage format. It's very easy to use. It also gives you an estimation on the remaining time based on the current load. So if you have all of your LED lighting on, your fridge is running, your interior lighting and exterior lighting, water pumps, any of those features or loads running, it's going to actually give you real-time calculations based on that current load on that battery as to how much runtime you have left. For this one, we've got both tank level sender units in the upper and lower tanks. So 145 litres of water on board in this truck. So having access to that through that screen is a really good bit of information, especially if you are doing some of those longer, more remote trips where you don't necessarily have water available and easy to source. LED strip lighting up inside the doors, that's both white and amber combo, so that's always a standard feature for us here as well. Moving around to the side of the vehicle now, we do have a set of the AMP Research Smart Series power boards. So these have about 150mm of drop on them, fantastic for ingress in and out of the vehicle, especially for anyone who's a little bit height inclined. These are not a small vehicle, so climbing in and out can be a bit of a job. Moving up and into the vehicle, something I really like to try and do is maintain a very clean, clutter-free dash. So you'll notice the only thing that's aftermarket you can see here is going to be the Wolfbox rear view camera system. That's a front and rear dash cam. We primarily use these as a rear view. They're an Ultra HD picture, fantastic bit of kit. For all of our digital control, we actually have a 10-button keypad now. We manufacture brackets to mount these keypads up into the sunglass holders. So for this one on the Rams, 10-button fits absolutely perfectly. We do offer 6, 8, and then 12, right up to an 18-button keypad as well. From here, we can do our left, right, rear work light control. We do have a backlight control button as well, roof spotlights, color mode change for the roof lights on the left and right hand side of the vehicle, water pump control, compressor, and a light bar in the grille. So plenty of lighting and control options right here from the inside of the vehicle. Something that's quite neat about these keypads is if you're pulling into your campsite at night time, you can turn on your left, right, and rear work lights right from here inside the vehicle. Get out, do what you need to do, turn them off at those headboard switches. A couple of other things inside the cab here. We do have a magnetic wireless charging quad lock mount. This is going to be up to the left side of the steering column. These vary between vehicles, but something a very common one that we do. The last thing is communications. So running the GME XRS 370 C4P pack. Now that is a bit of a mouthful. Essentially it's a UHF radio pack that's been tailored and is most practical for your four-wheel drive and touring. So GPS receivers and tracking in this unit, so you can actually work with your friends in a hilly mountainside and see where they are on GPS. We've gone for a GME short stubby aerial. That's going to be mounted up on the bonnet for our one. We do have multiple options of locations for these as well. Moving back out of the vehicle, suspension, wheels and tyres. So this has got a King's Carly pin top suspension kit. It's a 3-inch kit all around. In the rear, we've actually had to go for a King Springs Australia 400 constant rear coil. This is a 3-inch lift. Paired that with an Airbag Man airbag for when we're towing any heavier loads. This is going to be a fantastic kit. This vehicle has been GVM'd up to a 5.4 ton GVM. That puts it into an NB2 category. So it does mean you're driving around on a truck license versus your standard light vehicle license. A couple of different rules. If you're not aware of what this means, why we do this, reach out today. We're happy to work with you on that one. For wheels, these are a Method 312 in the bronze. They do have the black exterior lip, wrapped in a set of the 37 by 12.5 17 Nitto Ridge grapplers. Fantastic wheel and tyre combination. They drive really nicely, quiet on the road, have fantastic wearing as well. Definitely a good combination. Moving to the front of the vehicle now, we've done a bit of custom paint work, essentially deleting all of that chrome in that front end. These Rams have a lot of it going on. We've painted all of your louvers, the grille surrounds, the mirrors, some of the indicator and side lighting as well, and all of the badges. Down the bottom, you'll see there's another laser lamps, Linear 18 Elite Plus, a fantastic light option. They have both a white, high output white amber and an amber and white combo, all incorporated into the same light bar. These offer a fantastic option when you're driving at night time on some of those longer highways where the glare and reflection off signs can be absolutely unbearable. Switching to that amber mode from within the cabin, you don't have to get out and change anything, really changes that driving experience and allows you to actually utilize all of that lighting on the front of the vehicle. That wraps up everything for today, guys. We're pretty excited about this one. It's the first build that's rolled off the line here at Allspec. We're excited to showcase what we can do all in-house now, bringing everything that Fused Auto Electrical and GCI Trade Tech have worked so hard to deliver over the last 10 years. If you're looking for a build like this, reach out today.